friends, welcome back to your favorite channel, Trading Technicals. Now, I'm sure you must be complaining there are not many videos which are available nowadays, right? I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not able to kind of spend much of time on the recording videos, but I'll soon try to make it as much as possible. I can upload all these things. Last few weeks or last few months, probably, if you know, I've been working with some of the group members with the Camarilla setup, and considering there were multiple requests which were coming, saying that they were not able to attend the session on the weekends. I thought of uploading one simple Camarilla video to initiate one, and then probably we can further discuss on multiple other things. So at least at your comfort you can watch the videos and you can understand what logic which I'm talking about. Okay. Now this Camarilla is something which is not my invention. It is invented by Mr. Franco Shua, and the book which he has written on these Camarilla pivots and the CPR and the money zone things. So these are the things which generally he has discussed on a multiple different aspects of this Camarilla and other things. And to be frank with you, I had used Camarilla somewhere around 4 years back, and probably I was not aware of what exactly this Camarilla is. And I straightforward rejected this particular thing, stating that okay, this Camarilla doesn't work, right? The things are not moving as per Camarilla, and the support resistance and all those things. And I started using CPR and other things. But last 1 year, I have been working on this particular thing, and when I read this book multiple times, I realized there are lot many different aspects which are there on the Camarilla, which probably have not understood earlier, and it works. It works superbly. Whatever possible things we can get in the market, or whatever moves we can get in the market, exactly it is working as per that. And if you would have seen last few days. There are many traders who are complaining, saying that the market is not moving in one direction. It goes all over the places. It goes and does whatever possible things, right? But if you're a Camarilla follower, probably you will understand that the market was exactly moving as per the Camarilla setup only, and it was not at all weird or whatever it is, and it gave multiple opportunities as an option buyer. I do option selling, but at not at very regular intervals. And I'm an option buyer. I'm more of a scalper. So definitely, this gives me more and more opportunities to trade with, and probably I can share that knowledge whatever I have gained in last 1 year or so. So probably it might help you as well, right? And like I said in last session, which I took it with the people, it was basically talking about, how, if at all you're a working professional, right, and you don't have a time to trade completely on a everyday basis, on a full day, you cannot see the screen. So probably Camarilla could be a best solution which actually can help you in first 10-15 minutes or half an hour, 1 hour, and you can get the best trades out of this particular thing. So that's where I will just try and explain you the basics of Camarilla today, and probably then I will take it further in a different concepts, right? So see, Camarilla is another pivot points, right? So pivot points are calculated basis on certain calculations on yesterday's high, low, and close, right? Open, high, low, close, right? So the important thing which we used to follow earlier also, I had uploaded in some of the videos, that there are certain things which are like open, high, low, close, how it works, and if you add Camarilla's calculation to it, probably you will realize these are really good calculations which can help us to take certain trades, right? And if you look at it from Camarilla perspective, so there are many calculations and all those things. I don't want to get into explaining those calculations to you. You better go through the Google or maybe Franco Shua book itself to know the calculation. But I'll just explain you certain concepts which he has mentioned and how it can help us to take certain trades. Okay. So most of you, I hope you would be using TradingView. TradingView is a charting platform. Probably it gives you many more opportunities to trade with. There are many indicators and other things. So that is what I am using here. Okay, TradingView. And second thing is there is an indicator called Team Taurus. So probably you can just search with uh, Camarilla, and you will get this indicator by Team Taurus. Okay. So it is here. Okay. You can search with the pivot boss. Probably that will give you that indicator because I think it is not coming with this. So this is what this indicator is all about. Okay, so this is what indicator I have applied here, and this indicator you just have to keep it as it is default settings. No need of changing anything. Forget about this indicator right now because this is not available on TradingView. Probably I had just created a copy of it, so I have this particular thing. But otherwise, this indicator is more than enough. Okay, and the same thing which is giving, and why I'm telling this indicator and why not other Camarilla indicator is basically this one will make your life easy, right? And it has many features if at all you want to check on multiple things, right? So it has the CPR as well as it has Camarilla for how many days you want for last 15-20 days or whatever it is, right? And then if at all somebody is using Bollinger Bands, you can add that, and just one indicator it will give you enough and more settings. Okay, this is not my indicator, somebody else has created it, but probably it is one of the best indicator which has been created, right? So this is the indicator we just plotted, right? And so you will get these some of these levels, right? H4, H5, H3, L3, L4, L5. Now L5 is L3 or L whatever you are seeing. This is basically low or the support lines, right? And these are basically resistance lines. Okay, H3, H4, H5, right? And just for additional confirmation, I have added CPR here, right? So CPR also, it attracts a price and other things, right? So if you look at Camarilla, okay, now what this indicator has done is basically it has given you already buy reversal, sell reversal, breakout targets and all that things, right? So it, as I told you, it made life much more simple, right? And so basic concept of Frank Kushwa he talks about is you have generally the market will play around these H3 and L3 levels, right? So on a normal day you will find these two levels are working pretty nicely. Okay, so if you would have seen expiry day, market opened at the CPR exactly at CPR level, then it went to the H3, and I told you there is a supply zone which was created exactly from the supply zone. Even if you would have sold at this candle confirmation, your target would have been CPR or L3. Okay, so if you are not using CPR, straight away your target is L3. L3 again you got a buying opportunity, again it went exactly to H3 and H3 to again L3. So this is how beautifully this market has this particular day it was worked out, right? Next day if you would have seen, you had this straight away market opening at L4, right? So now L4 concept I have not exactly explained you, right? So H3 and L3, this is where you have generally market will play, okay? And basically H3 is your resistance zone which will act as a major resistance for the day, and most probably, okay, 70 to 80% of the cases, most probably market will reverse from this area. Okay, now it all depends on the what kind of trend it is, Okay, when generally in a sideways trend, it is the perfect moves what we can get. But if at all we have a bullish trend, and then this might not work, right? And on a bullish trend, this will be our critical area. So generally you would have heard people saying buy on dips, right? So this is the dip which we are planning to buy, right? So these are the things which we generally see in a bullish and bearish market. But in a normal concept, because bullish and bearish concept, how we want to understand is a different concept altogether. But we will try and understand that later. But as of now, simple funda is H3 is your selling zone, okay, L3 is your buying zone, okay. So this is a simple market what we need to understand. And then we have L4 and H4 zones, okay. So he has clearly mentioned breakdown and breakout, okay. So anything goes above H4, we will have a target of H5, or in between he has given another target which is 920, 15,920 here, which is another target which he has given. So it is your choice whether you want to book it at this point or this point, right? And then L4, if at all it breaks down, then it will go to L5. And now wherever this reversal, if you are seeing, this was a L6 level. Now L6 level is not something which we generally commonly use, but in this scenario, you can only trail the stop loss in case if you want to continue with this trade, or else this was a target which was achieved. Once this is achieved, so first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 8 candles, 40 minutes, your target was done, you are out of the trade. One trade is more than enough, and then you can relax for the day, right? So this is how these things works. Generally at the opening, if you are seeing a red candle at L4, for sure shot, if you take a trade at L4, you can keep L3 as your stop loss, and your L5 as a target, right? So this is a perfect trade which we have seen on yesterday's thing. And that is where I had mentioned saying that exactly I had taken the sell trade here, okay, because this candle was red, my stop loss was somewhere around at this particular place, and I had achieved my target at this particular location only. So after that I did not trade, okay, because this up move whatever was there, this was basis on a price action. I had taken certain trades here. However, this one was not as per the logic whatever Camarilla has given, right? But in this case also, if you would have seen this Camarilla, whenever the fall has happened and then the reversal has happened, if you would have seen, these two levels has acted as a resistance while it was going up, right? And then once this level, so you don't have to even mark price action levels, right? So okay, this is the zone, market starts consolidating at here, okay, you can still take the trade, but this is not the concept which explained by Frank Oshua. So this one I will explain you on my own observations, but that is on a later videos, right? So, and if you would have seen, this was a buy reversal zone. Buy reversal zone, this one was 310 trade. So I would generally not suggest anything to be traded after 230, 245. But generally here it has still given the trade, and it has gone till the CPR levels, okay. Even the Thursday trade, I explained you how exactly it has worked. Now earlier days there were little confusing trades, okay. Why, I will tell you. Now market is opened at L4, okay. So will you take this trade because it's already achieved the target, right? So first target is achieved, second target was almost on the verge of achieving. So here if at all market is opening, then there is no question for me is basically to sell or what do whatever. So this is basically, this day is no trade zone for me, right, till the time either market goes above this particular level and crosses my H3 target. But in this scenario also I do not have any trade, because my if at all I buy at L3, my target would be first CPR and then at H3. But here in this case my stop loss is very very big, right? So in this case I would not trade. As I told you, with the different concepts we can still buy and sell at these levels. And if you would have seen a simple funda, okay, whatever price action, this is like for the people it will look like, if I you just draw these levels and show you that okay, this is what it is, and this is how my supporters and resistances, you will find this you will think it is a magic, but it is not. It is simple Camarilla pivots, okay, and you can check how once it was crossed. So basically what is happening is all these L3, L4, L5, these are all your major supports, okay. So basically below this, if at all L4 any day it is broken, it becomes your major selling zone. So what happens is generally market tend to go towards the the L5 level, okay. And if at all it holds, okay, so now L4, now I told you L4 breaks, you sell, okay. But what happens is L4 also works as a major support at this place, right? So if at all this is a support, till that time can one candle closure is not coming below this, I can't sell, right? So even if I would have holded this particular, or I would have entered here, it would have been a loss for me, right? So in this particular scenario, what is happening is the concept is if this is my support, one time it has taken the support, it has gone up, then again it has come back, again it is not giving me a confirmation candle here. So it is still not a sell. And if at all this is taking a confirmation candle as a green, then I am knowing that okay, there is a support which is building up, I can still take a trade with this particular thing. But that is not as per Frank-Oshia concept, okay. So Frank-Oshia concept is very very simple, that L4 we will sell, L5 will be a target. Earlier day also exactly first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes you are done with the trade, right? And then it goes to the L3, and then probably if you would have bought at L3, one stop loss would have hit here, but again another opportunity came wherein that L3 has gone up till H3, right? Exactly, or H4 probably. So in this scenario, this particular place, there was a huge volatility in Dow, and then our markets were also following exactly the same thing. So one stop loss was hit in this scenario, and it has gone, right. In this scenario, there is no trade, right. So H5 is a breakout zone. Then in this scenario, H4 breakout is given, okay. So I told you there are different concepts which I explain you, but in this scenario also, if you would have taken trade, probably you would have stop loss would have hit, okay. And here there was no sell trade. Why? Because it was started taking support at these levels, right. Now here again, this one was the first candle, okay. H3 ideally was a selling candle, so and I generally say first candle you wait for the closure, right. So the first candle, 5 minutes candle, closed at H3. Now what this is telling, basically H3 is my selling zone, right. And but if H3 is my selling zone, and in the candle which is open, which is telling me it's a bullish candle, right. And then the next candle, if at all it is breaking the CPR, it could have been a positive trade, or maybe if at all I'm not sure here, if you would have taken a breakout trade achieve the H5 target, and then market reverse, then it came down to H3 level and exactly came down to L3 level, again from L3 again H3, H4, H5, right. So exactly if you see these levels, these are working in the live market, you can observe this whenever you want, okay. And this one will give you enough and more money. If at all you're trading with the futures, it is one of the best, because it will not give you unnecessary issue with that theta decay and all that things with the options. But options also you can keep these stop losses or whatever it is. You just have to keep the position size in perfect level, so that you will get good ones. And these levels, whatever you're seeing right now, if you are observing, you know these levels are not small, right. It's a 454 entry, and then it has gone back to 4515, okay. So which is almost 50 to 60 points, and then if you're waiting for this target, this is almost like 70-80 points, right. So 80 points is a much more good trade on options at the money or in the money options. If you are playing, probably you would have still got somewhere around 40 to 50 points, right. So this is the kind of trade you can get with a 40-50 points profit, 40 to 50 points stop loss. It will still give you 1:1 kind of things as well. If you're a scalper, okay, exactly at this particular level, if at all I'm getting a sell trade or whatever it is, I can quickly enter, exit, and certain things can be taken out. So this is how Camarilla works. Okay, this is just the basic that the L3 H3 levels I have explained. There are multiple other concepts which are there. If you are willing to read this book, probably you can just go through and read this book. It is available on multiple platforms. You can just read that book. It will give you different concepts altogether. How you can trade with Camarilla or CPR, or the money zones and the volume profile things. It will help you to understand those different concepts, and probably together we can discuss and refine these understandings. Okay, so today's video is little longer. I just wanted to kind of explain you in detail. Uh, but if you like this video, definitely hit that like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. It will kind of motivate me to add more videos like this. And definitely I'll come with the more concepts on Camarilla. It is not only one. This is just a very simple and basic concept to understand with. But if you understand this also, it's more than enough to make money. It's a simple concept, and I'll give you more ideas to how to do certain trades on Nifty, and you can use it on Bank Nifty as well, right? So that's it, guys. Let me know if any feedback, any comments are there. Just put it up below this video so that I understand. Okay, or you can even discuss it on the our Telegram group where we can understand these topics much better. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.